I'm going to discuss with a concept called filters. Okay, guys, what is that? Filters. Okay, so what is the purpose of a filter? Filters are helpful to restrict the unwanted data, right? So anywhere you are using a filter, it could be Excel level filter, or it could be BO report level filter, or it could be Tableau level filter. What is the purpose, guys? It is used to restrict unwanted data. Even you can apply a filter in Excel level. So what is the purpose? It is used to restrict unwanted data where it is not supposed to reflect in your report level. That is the actual purpose, right? Now, in a Tableau wise, from the Tableau point of view, we can apply a filters on all the data elements. It's the reporting elements. Like you can apply a filter on textual ABC dimensions, geographical dimension, date dimensions, date and time dimensions, measure values. On top of it, you can apply on top of all the objects, all the reporting elements or data elements. But the options might be differ from one to one. Okay. But ultimately, you can apply a filter on top of it. Okay. Now let's see how we can apply these filters and what is their corresponding functionalities. Let's have a look, guys. Let me go ahead with. Now look at this, guys. We have filter here. Look at this. What is this? Filters. Okay. Yeah. Anyhow, we'll discuss that accordingly. Okay. Here we go. As I'm mentioning, filters are two types, guys. Basically, filters are how many types? Two types of filters. From the Tableau point of view, Tableau desktop point of view, filters are two types. One is data source level filter, and another one is worksheet level filter. Okay, data source level filter, and another one is worksheet level filter. Okay, so data source in the sense, this is what, guys, data source in the sense, here we go. Whatever you are going to apply a filter, this is what data source. Now keep in mind, whenever you apply a filter on data source, it is going to impact on all the worksheets. You might have 100 worksheets or you might have 10 worksheets, irrespective of the case. Okay, so that filter criteria which you are trying to apply at a data source level is going to impact on all the dependent worksheets. Okay, on all the dependent worksheets. Okay, so that is what a data source, which means you are applying a filter at a global level. Okay, where it is going to be impacted on all top of depending worksheets. Okay, so that is what data source filter. And another one is worksheet filters, which means you can apply a filter at this worksheet, because whatever the changes you are going to doing in terms of filters, that is going to be applicable to this individual worksheet. So this is what I can say, like local filter. So global filter, local filter, but the terminology is quite different here. Here, data source filter, worksheet level filter. In the data level, so the data source level filter is going to impact on all the existing worksheets which are dependent on the particular data source. But worksheet level filter is going to impact to the individual worksheets. Okay, so that is what you should identify the difference between. Okay, so that is what I was mentioning, right? Data source as well as worksheet. Okay, guys, now here we go. Let me showcase you right away how are we going to deal with this data source level filters. Okay, here we go. Now go to the respective data source. Once you added the respective tables and once you perform the respective joins, so it could be anything. Either it could be extract connection or it could be live connection, whatever it is. Irrespective of the case, you can apply a filter on top of it. Okay, now look at this. Just you need to hit on add. You are able to see this add button here, right? Just you need to hit on this add button. Okay. Okay, just you need to hit on add. Now here we go. Once you enable it and add, now you have filters. What is this? Data source filters. So don't forget this, data source filters. Now let me add. Now what is the element that you are going to choose? Okay, now let's say for example category, example guys. Okay, fine. So now look at this, select from list. What you have, I would like to see office and office supplies and technology. Okay, now look at this, selected 2 of 3 values. Okay, selected 2 of 3 values. Fine. So don't worry about this wildcards and all, you will come to know that, don't worry. Okay, now look at this, click OK. Okay, now look at this. Okay, apply. Now category, where is that? See, why it is showing only office supplies and technology? How about the another one? Isn't it? So you have added one filter. Okay, see, if you want, you can edit this. Where you should, now look at this, where you are having only office supplies and technologies. Now, do you want me to exclude those? Look at this. Do you want me to exclude those? If that is the case, what will happen? See, you have what? Only furniture, which means you have excluded those 2 values, whatever you have selected. See, that is the reason you have only furniture related value. See, now go to edit. Look at this guys, at this moment how many rows you have? 171 rows. Now look at this, edit. Now uncheck this. Now what will happen? Except furniture, you will see office supplies and technologies, because I am not excluding them. See how many rows you have? 629 rows. That is the difference. Okay, now look at this. You have office supplies and technologies, right? Which means, now look at this. Okay guys, so you have only office supplies and technology related to category, because you are applying a filter on category level at a source level itself. Now if I exclude, only I will have only furniture values in my source. Now look at this. See, only furniture. You're getting the differences, right? Now, likewise, you can add multiple filters. It doesn't mean that we are going to add only one filter. No, you can add multiple. Now, so let me avoid this. So now you will have only office supplies and technology related to this one. Fine. Okay guys, now fine. Now let me go to worksheet. Now, whenever I pull category, why am I getting only office supplies and technology? How about furniture? You can create 100 sheets. This filter is being applied because this is a global filter where you have applied this kind of a filter at a source level. So that is the reason this filtering criteria is going to impact on all the data providers. Okay. Sorry, all the worksheets. That's what I mean to say. Right guys, is that clear with all of you? So this is what? Data source filter. Now, can we edit this data source filter? Why not? Absolutely can play around guys. It doesn't mean that you can have only one filter. No, you can have n number of filters as per your need basis. That is the criteria. That's it. See, okay, plenty of stuff you can perform. So don't worry with this. I'll touch base that. Don't worry with this. Okay. Yeah. Now, how I can remove this? Simple. Select, remove. Okay. Now look at this. Now we have 800 rows. So that is the difference. Okay. Fine. Now go to worksheet. So this is what? Data source level filter. And now worksheet level filter. What is that? Worksheet level filter. Now, header level. What is meant by header guys? See, in a worksheet level, we can apply the filter in various ways, like header level, okay, header level, and bar level, and label level. You can apply these various filters at a worksheet level. Okay, right? You can apply it at various levels. Fine. Now, Okay. Now look at this. So now what am I going to do? I have a worksheet. Now look at this, guys. See, now I have removed a filter. So that is the reason I am getting furniture, office supplies, and technology. Now select. See, guys, what is this? You have what? Exclude and keep only. What is this? This is what called as, what is this? Guys, what is this? This is a bar level filter. Okay, bar level, and this is what? Header. Okay, now look at this. Select. When you select, you have what? You are getting what? Keep only and exclude. Right. Fine. Now look at this, guys. Now what am I trying to do? See, keep only, which means, now look at this. Only office supplies is I'm going to keep. The rest I'm going to delete it. I'm to say delete in the sense I have applied a filter. Now look at this. Select. Exclude. See. Okay. So what is the catchy point here? When you select a particular one and when you hit on exclude, only that particular value is going to be excluded from the sheet. Only that particular value, and this change is going to applicable only to this individual worksheet, not to the all the worksheets. Okay, so that is what we did, guys. Now do you want to remove the filter? Clear the filter. Simple. Now that is what excluded we have seen. Now look at this, keep only, which means I'm going to keep only furniture. So this is also one sort of a filter. Yes, absolutely. Okay, absolutely one sort of filter. Now if I exclude this, see, everything will be gone. Again, you have to remove the filter. See, you are getting my point, guys. So this is what, where you can apply at a block level or header, whatever it is. Okay, block level. Now look at this, keep only and exclude. This is also a sort of a filtering criteria. Fine. Now look at here, this one. Select a particular element, right click. What is this? Filter. You can apply in this way also. Okay, yes, anyhow, now look at this. Okay, filter. Now let's say I don't want office supplies. So you have what? See, only you have furniture and technology. Right. Yeah. In this way also you can apply a filter. Now do you want to remove the filter? Now go to filter again. Select all. That's it. Okay. Now look at this filter. Now let's say exclude. I am excluding whatever I have selected. Now it will show you only office supplies, isn't it? Now look at this. See, it will show you only office supplies. Yeah. This is what, guys. That is one thing. And second thing is, look at this. You can also apply at a bar level. This is what bar. Okay. Right, guys. Label level is different. See, this is what your labels. This is label. Okay. Label, header label, and bar level. See, again, keep only. See, only you have office supplies. Now, to remove a filter, again here. See, again, now look at this. Exclude. See, only office supplies has been excluded, and furniture and technology you have it here. So this is the way. Right, guys. And these filters, okay, can be applicable, as I mentioned, can be applicable on what, guys? Okay, on all the data elements, on all the reporting elements like textuals, geographical, date and dimension, everything can be applicable. Okay. Now look at this. So now what am I going to do is, yeah, now you can do in this way also. For example, you have category, just drag and drop here. Okay. Now go to wildcard, contains in the sense, look at this. See, contains. only match value. See, wildcard is nothing but only match value. It contains, see what is I have selected, contains, which means I have selected as F. See, wherever you see F, furniture and office supplies, office. So where I had a F, so that is the reason I was using this. Okay, now go to wildcard again. Now starts with F. See, only I have only one value, so that is the reason it is starting with F. So it is, I'm getting this value. Okay, and then again, okay, ends with F. So do you have anything else? No, I don't have anything ends with F, so that is the reason. Okay, now, okay, and exactly matches. Exactly matches. Do I have it anything with F? No, I don't have anything else. So that is the reason it won't show you. Okay, so that is what wildcard functionality, and include all the values when it is empty. Yeah, that is also fine. Okay. Now, condition. Condition in the sense where you are going to put some restrictions on top of it. Now look at this. Go to by field. Okay, category. Okay, whatever it is. Now look at this. I can choose even in this way also. Okay, yeah. Something value you are going to mention here. Okay, greater than or equals to, less than or equals to, such kind of stuff. And look at this range of values, minimum and maximum. So it will be taken care automatically. Okay. Now, do you want to define it in any values in between, something like that? Yes, you can also do that. Okay, something like that, guys. Now look at this sales. Okay, sum of sales greater than or equals to what? Let's say 48, 5. Now look at it. It will show you only those values. See, only one value is there. See, like that. Okay, that is what condition. And if you want, you can write down your own customized formulas also. That I'll show you. Not a problem, but not right away. These customizations I'm going to touch this later point of time. Okay, like that. And you can use all these conditional operators. Okay, most of the time this condition we are going to define it on measures. Okay, based upon the calculations. That is what we are going to do. Okay, right, guys. And top, which means top 5 results. Now look at this. Let's say top of what? Let's say top 2 category. Based upon what? Category, whatever it is, count or sum, whatever it is. See, you have only 2 values related to that, so that is the reason. So in this way you can play around with this filtering concepts. Okay, see, this activity you can perform even at a source level, but you are at this moment you are doing it at what? Worksheet level. But if you observe here, you can also perform the same activities even at a source level also. Okay, see, wildcard, condition, top, everything you can do it in even at a source level also. Depends, purely depends upon the need basis. Okay, so this is the way you can play around with the I can say like on dimensions. This is the way to play around. Of course, navigations is same, guys, irrespective of the nature of the reporting element. Okay, irrespective of the nature of the element. Okay, the navigations are same, but options might be differ from report element to report element. Okay, now any questions so far, guys? Please, any questions so far? Aman, Bhargavi, are we good so far? Every one of you. Okay. Yeah. Now what am I going to do is, now I'm going to see, now so far what we have seen, dimension. Now let's say I'm going to pick up some geographic element. Filters are same. Okay, approach is same. Options won't differ. So keep in mind, for a dimension as well as a, I mean to say for a textual ABC dimension as well as a geographical dimensions, for these two the options are 100% same. Okay, for these two options are 100% same. Okay. Now, what is another one? Date dimension. What is this, guys? Date dimension. Okay. Here we go. Let me choose order date. Yeah. Now, if I try to apply a filter, look at this, guys. You have what? Year-wise, isn't it? Year-wise filters. Because at this moment you have what? Years data, year-wise data. Now look at this. Let's say, now I would like to have exact date, which is discrete. This is the exact date. Even if you look at the source level, look at here, order date, right? Where is that order date? See, this is the data, 10, 13, 31, 2014. This is the data, you have it here, right? But if you look at your worksheet level, see, if you look at your worksheet level, how are you getting the data? See, 2011, 2013, something like that, right? Because I told you, right, in yesterday's class, Tableau will give the upper level of a data respected to the hierarchy, respected to this years, because it is related to something called hierarchy. So it will give you high level of a data, high top level data. But if you want to reflect the exact data, what you need to do, select, right click, you have to keep it as exact date, and you have to turn it into discrete. See, you have this one. If you don't want, you can remove this. Okay, see, this is what. Now, on top of this, how I can apply a filter? Right, see, keep only, exclude, this is fine. But on top of it, here we go. Now look at this, guys. Whenever I apply a filter, what are you getting? Look at this. Years, quarters, months, days. See, options are getting different. When you choose dimension, these options are not shown in, right? So this is what different. Weekdays, month, year, individual days. For example, I would like to apply on year. So it will show you all the values of years, like 2011, 2013. Now look at this. Year. Now you have these many years in your source level. I mean, say in your worksheet level. So now let's say I would like to exclude. See. So which means you will show only 2011 data. See, you have only 2011. Then how about 2013, 14, 12 and all? No, because you have applied a filter on top of it. Now, again. Now look at this. Okay, which means now it will show you only 2012 and 14. Isn't it? Now look at this, 2012 and you have 14 data. So that is one way to apply a filter at what? At a year level. Okay. So don't forget that, guys. Okay. Right. Now let me show you again. Now what is another one? Quarters. Look at this. How many quarters you do have? But at this moment you are having what? A normal date here. Now look at this. What I'm going to do? Now I'm going to have it order date. Now I'm going to expand with quarter. Okay. Now see, now we have quarters. Now go to next. So which quarter? See, you have only Q2, Q3, Q2, Q3, but Q1 and Q4 has been filtered out. So this is the way. Okay, and not only that, see, this is the way. Now, if I expand this one again, now look at this. I have expanded to month level. Now look at this. Right, you can apply a filter at month level, isn't it? See, month level, January, February, something like this. Okay, and even if you expand month, what you can get it. Now look at this. See, days. You can apply days. What kind of date you can apply? All these things can be possible, guys. Okay, you getting me, right? Now look at this. Similarly, you can apply on weekdays also. See, I don't want Saturday and Sunday to be excluded. I mean to say weekends has to be excluded. Only weekdays data should be reflected. See, okay. So that's how it works, right? And not only that, you can also apply it relative range of dates. Okay. First, let me touch base with the likewise individual dates. You can apply a kind of a filter specific dates also, or else month and year, no, day and year, everything can be done. Okay. Now, relative date. Relative date in the sense, relative dates, where you can choose an anchor relative. Okay, anchor relative in the sense the key date. Is that a today's date or is that a last year date or whatever it is. See, relative dates. Range of dates. See, now if you observe clearly, see this is the range of date has been picked up automatically by the tool itself. This is the range 2011 1/4 and 12/13 2014. Now look at this. When I apply a filter in this way, see the filtering criteria is getting changed, isn't it? Now look at this. When I apply a filter in this way, don't you think the values are keep on changing here? Yes, because the concerned filter is applying on top of it. That is what range of dates. You can change the range in between the filters. Okay. Now starting date. Starting date. Now you can apply a filter on top of it as well. See, look at this. Right. And then ending date, start date and end time. Now you can choose that end date and what sort of a data you have it. In this way also you can choose. Yeah. And special in sense null. In case if you want to retrieve to filter out the null dates, you can choose these null dates. Okay, non-null dates, all these things. Okay, and not only that, years. What is the start year? What is the ending year? Now, previous last 3 years of a data. You can choose the anchor relative date here. Okay, for example, let's say 2014 is the anchor relative date. Now look at this. Let's say I have chosen 2014 as the anchor relative date. That is 5th. So from this day onwards, okay, the next 2 years, last 3 years, 1 year, something like that, next year, and similarly quarters, previous quarter, anchor quarter, next quarter, months, weeks, days, everything can be done, guys. So this is the beauty with the, the Tableau. But in the traditional tools, you have to apply. You have to write down customized formulas to achieve this kind of stuff. Date in between, range of dates, everything you have to achieve through some sort of, kind of a customization formulas that you need to write it down. But here, you are having very sophisticated, I can say, features over here. Okay. So that is related to date dimension. Okay, guys. Now, what is another one? Okay, right? I told you, right? Date dimensions options are different. Yes. Now, I'm going to touch base with the date and time dimension. What is that? Date and time dimension. Here we go. See, ship date. What is the difference between order date and ship date? See, order date is just a calendar. If you look at the icon, but this one is calendar with time symbol, clock symbol. Okay. Now, yeah. Now look at this. If I apply a filter, see, now again, this time you have years, quarters, months, fine, agreed. But this time you have what? Hours, minutes, seconds, week numbers, weekdays, individual date and time. See how sophisticated it is again. Individual dates and time also. See, you can choose the timeline, whatnot. Right, guys. See, hours, days. Let's say we'll go ahead with hours. Example. Say I have 0 hours here. That's fine. And again, range of dates. See, range of dates again, which is similar to our previous example. dates. Here we are going to choose the dates, not years, not months, something like that. Okay. So this is what, guys. Right. This is what? Date and time. And again, you have a relative date also here. Same approach. Okay. Yeah. All what it is practice, practice. Okay. Now, what is another data element we have, guys? The another reporting element what we have is, that is what? A measure, isn't it? That is what? A measure. Measure. Very simple. Approach is same. Okay. Let's say I have say. Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay, I have some region. Fine. Now look at this. Sales is what measure. Now look at this. Sum, average, mean. So this kind of calculations will come in picture. Sum. Okay. Sum of range. Okay. Look at this. Range of values. At least what is the least value? Now look at this. See, if you apply a filter, see the results has been changed here, isn't it? Now look at this again. Okay. This is the way. Now, at most, maximum value. But now look at this. See, this is the scale that I'm using here. See, okay. What is another region that is missing? Because based upon your filter criteria here. Okay, special again, null values and all. Okay, again, range of values. Look at this. You can choose in between. What is the least value? Let's say 42,000, and highest value is 75, which means in between data. Now look at this. You have nothing, no results like that. Now, see, you have only one value, something like that. Okay, again, see, look at the beauty, guys. How sophisticated it is, isn't it? See, okay. So this is what you can play around with this, right? Now again, you can play around with the average, mean, medium, all this kind of a calculations. Okay, you can see around with the maximum value, same. Least value, maximum value, minimum value, threshold values, same stuff. Okay, right. So this is what, guys. This is what about your filtering criteria at a data source level as well as the worksheet level. Yeah. Any? Okay, guys. Now, in tomorrow's class, again, I'm continuing this filtering concept because filters are like, we have plenty of stuff. Even if you observe here, see, we have what show. You have, quick filters. Look at this. You have an element here, right? You have show quick filter. You can let me play around with that as well as in tomorrow's session. So you have quick filters, and again, I'm going to touch base with a concept called context filter. Okay, and again, sharing filter. That because if I touch base with these one, right, it leads to a confusion in a single shot. So that is the reason I'm splitting into portions so that in a day one you can have practice with this source and worksheet, and day two you can practice with the different types of filters. Okay, so something like that. Okay, the cascading filters, context filters, plenty of stuff you have. So that is the reason I'm split it into this portion. Okay, yeah. Okay, guys, thanks for your time.